deep.
It is that deep. I know.
I just needed food after work.
David, please can we speak to Shay?
Telenovela, yeah, the least. You know what I'd appreciate? Like fillet.
Okay.
Do you guys do, what veg do you have?
It's like a cultivation, a mixture of vegetables. You've got pink spinach, also
Let me see.
Very smooth.
Okay, yes. Thank you. My scalp is so sensitive, I don't know why.
Yeah, it's that little guy. It took some of you.
The left too sensitive. I actually know myself. We just have to do push big.
I know you.
That's it. Natural hair, man, no skin, everything.
But your skin is nice. Man, no.
But you know, I had to go to a dermatologist because I have eczema. And it was like, even now my legs are still so dry. My dermatologist is like, before your other skin affects this skin, let's treat it all. Changed all products.
Like my daughter, her skin is amazing since day one.
Mm.
I'm a dermatologist.
Shame, my son also eczema issues.
Oh, but it's amazing. It's just like the heat. So in now, yeah, but I make sure. And depending, she doesn't overdress. I make sure for the sharp. Self-block every day.
Yeah.
She knows. Yeah. No, I want the worst thing, teeth. Because I want to control. What can you pull?
Listen, the teeth thing is very stressful. I think the last time, was it an emergency for me? Wabona makeup ya how?
Yeah.
Oh, almost. Sorry.
Sorry.
But there's my hair there.
Sorry, is this mousse gonna make my hair hard?
No, it's just gonna make it dry faster because I'm gonna blow dry on top. So it will be like you were in a hair dryer, but you didn't go inside the hair dryer. But it's not gonna make it.
So I must pay half because I didn't go inside the hair dryer.
And can't you see everything is going up, my friend? You haven't had.
Everything, guys. When I bought my car, it was 800 to fill up about 5 years ago. Possibly more. Now it's almost 1.4.
Petrol.
Yes! Diesel. I'm diesel.
And diesel is more expensive.
No, diesel. Is it more expensive?
Isn't it less?
It's more.
No, well, okay, I only know with the increase, that the increase for diesel was less than the increase for petrol, the feud. Detective Joe Mohammed has her sights set on bringing down Premier Kamanga. But is it a dangerous fool's errand? Land, identity, family, love, murder. Do we need the net?
I just keeps it relaxed.
No, we don't need it.
Don't need it.
You know why? I like the frizz.
Oh, the frizziness
Yes,
of it.
the frizziness of it.
Then it just looks like it's hair all the way. Cool. Is this height fine, or you want it bigger, or you want it smaller, or what?
I think it's simple and clean because this thing is very busy.
Cool, no problem. So let me just neaten it up.
Tori, you don't make it all gold. It must be shushu. Just like yes. Yes.
I want to annoy you, my friend. I know you.
Okay, let me try and take a selfie.
There you start.
How's your day?
Start with that part.
Oh, okay.
What you feel at the hair, so it doesn't show. Then this one part that stays, you cover it up, like this same braid, and then I'm going to do the extra.
Why is he running away?
So you can use the clip that like they did, or you can put this straight.
Yeah?
Do you have capital?
I'm a cash lady.
Not in cash.
Can you do me the Capitec instant thing?
Yeah.
The one that gives me that C8 what? C8.
Nana, please don't forget. Coffee is again.
I don't prefer to do.
On the other side.
never get it right.
Just say label. There you go. Yeah.
We'll say you've got 5 minutes. So I think at 7, that's when we'll open the doors, and then you can say, guys, we're giving you 5 minutes. We're starting at 5 past. They must grab the drink.
A moment to talk to us about where the positioning is sitting with the estate in S3. A very, very important conversation for this award-winning telenovela. And when I say award-winning, we want to continue the winning of awards. Né? So please follow the SABC's account so you can see how you can vote for your best telenovela, right, for the SABC's 2022, because it is an important show and an important platform with amazing, amazing stories. And it's so weird for me knowing these actors, having worked with some of these actors, getting mad at them as characters. Some of the things you do, I can't reconcile you as a person. There are too many things happening. So before I get sucked in, let us take a moment to be reminded what S3 Open Up is all about.
SABC3 is changing, evolving and stepping into a new era. We've shed some pounds and gained a whole lot of confidence. Allow us to reintroduce ourselves. We are S3. We are brave, bold and daring, innovators, trailblazers and disruptors. Some call us woke. They say we are too loud, too proud, but we definitely stand out the crowd. We are the new normal. We are unashamedly millennials. We are LGBTQI+. We are Pan-African, globetrotters and advocates for change. We are quick-thinking, smooth-talking superstars, crusaders against the global crisis, and we are open. Open to dreaming bigger, open to living braver, open to loving deeper, open to difference, open to celebrating us, and open to all your dreams. We are opening up the industry, and we want you to open up to seeing differently, to feeling passionately with no holds barred, in your home, on your terms, with a new look and new shows that will change the way you see things. Open up with S3. S3. Open up.
I am so excited about the new S3 and their new tagline, Open Up.
Open up for me means becoming the best version of yourself and society having to accept that version of yourself.
We are being accountable for what we say, we're being accountable for what we produce, and we are being accountable for the stories that are being told in our country.
And also heading to a space where we are honest in our own skin about what we understand and believe about the world, and being quite vocal and honest about it.
Open up to me means being open to unite as Africans, finally.
Not having to conform to anything or anyone, being braver, being bolder, and standing true to who you are.
Unlearning a lot of the things we grew up thinking were okay. Judging people by the way they look, putting people in categories, unlearning a lot of bad habits, and embracing the new world as it comes with all God's creatures.
And opening up to me means living to my full potential.
Opening up means holding space for ideals that are foreign to you, but also giving yourself enough room to have some level of understanding of those ideals and also embracing them.
I personally resonate with that new tagline because, you know, it speaks to an open-mindedness, it speaks to a new beginning. It speaks to a deconstruction of what we've known and the creation of what's to come.
To me, opening up means provocative ideas, new thoughts, opening our horizons, introducing minorities and the marginalized to something big and great.
S3, open up.
S3, open up.
Open up S3.
S3 with new minds, new innovations, new faces, new people, and new way of living.
S3 with new ideas and new looks. Zara?
Lifestyle shows like Top Billing, it had good talent shows like The Weakest
And now we have, in our latest international bouquet, we have Killing Eve. It's a premiere in the country, season 3 and 4. You won't see it anywhere else. You'll only see it on SABC 3. Then Fleabag, Atlanta, Narcos, Mexico, Enslaved with Samuel Jackson. S3 has rebranded as a tagline, Open Up, a platform dedicated to stimulating curiosity, opening up to difference, and entertaining our audiences.
Thank you for acknowledging all of the individuals. I know that the actors usually get all the limelight, but there is a whole machine. All of you that are working in this business, especially on a telenovela, there are so many nuts and bolts, and they all matter. So now, it's been almost 2 months without the estate. Some have forgotten. Some don't remember the stories. Others are only just catching on. So we're thinking, guys, we need a recap just to bring us to that point before the Monday climax peak. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of foreplay. Let's take a look at that.
Thank you to the broad SABC network, and thank you specifically to SABC 3. Thank you, Merlin. Lala, now you're on the other side. Thank you so much for your early support of this property that you were once a producer of. Now you're supporting from the client side of things. Thank you, Jackie Achilles. Thank you so much to the marketing team, Puti, Oskero. Thank you so much, Dichaba in his absence. Thank you so much, Pat. I think your vision for this channel is an incredible one. We are a country that's on its knees at the moment, and we're at a crossroad. And I think that from a content-making perspective, to be the citizens channel that you have set out as the vision is an incredible place to be as a South African now. Because actually the thing we need to recognize, and the thing that I think is the estate story, is that it's not politicians that are going to make South Africa work in the next generation. It's the active citizens that are going to make South Africa work.
Very quickly, Dom, I want to quickly take advantage of you being here before you rock yourself with teary eyes outside and nerves of what people are going to think of your baby. We did want to have a Q&A, and there will be an opportunity for all of the media to chat to the actors outside. But before we start, did anybody have a question of this brilliant creative? You can even hear how he articulates the realities that are being mimicked in this telenovela. Was there anybody who had a question? Media, even an actor? Even an actor. Even an actor? Because actors themselves sometimes have questions. They're not privy to everything that the team is privy to. So that means nobody's taking the opportunity for a question. All right, I'm going to ask the question. Welcome to Unpacked.
Let's unpack. Let's unpack.
So here's the question, and this is a challenge that we also find on my show. We are living on a platform that has mandates. How do you find the balance between ticking mandates, following Pat's S3 vision, but also making it entertaining?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that every story has a mandate, whether it's self-set or set outside of you. So it's about being authentic to what it is that you're trying to achieve within that mandate. So it's a mandate that we gladly took because we had crafted a proposition that we brought to SABC because we're passionate about telling the story. So I mean, I've never been troubled by a mandate. If you're a storyteller that can't follow a brief, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be telling stories. So for me, a mandate is liberating in the sense that when you know the boundaries, you know exactly how it is that you can work to embellish and grow whatever it is that you're attempting to do within that. So I've loved the notion of being on the channel that we are. I've loved the notion of contributing as a South African to an important story. And I've loved the challenge of growing audiences for the platform in this amazing partnership that we've got. You know, this is a very future-forward channel. So we haven't felt inhibited, we felt liberated, and actually sometimes pushed. You think you've been brave, and then they say, no, you can go more. You can go more. So for us, mandate has never been a problem. And for us, you know, the broader mandate is that can we envision the South Africa that we want to be. And if we can do that together, then we've achieved a beautiful thing.
Dom for President Dom! Viva! Ladies and gentlemen, the very first episode of The Estate, we're about to broadcast it exclusively to you. If you did not see the signs for the bathrooms, they are on your left. Enjoy your drinks, get relaxed. You can eat imaginary popcorn, or you can keep posting on social media. Hashtag The Estate launch. Monday 7 p.m. Don't forget to remind everybody, Monday 7 p.m. is when the magic starts to happen. And on that note, foreplay was fun. Let's get down to business. We want our land. And at the same time, I also want my transcript. Also, I must beat up the other boy. How are you excited, my dad? Like, you took me on such a ride. I am so exceptionally excited for this project, for this team. South Africa's gonna love it. Dom, push up. Push up, Dom. Dom is still here. So was it as amazing for you as it was for me? Wow, what a ride, and I'm so looking forward to season 3. I'm so looking forward. The stories, the new family, the hits. I am excited for the riveting content with a purpose that we're going to be experiencing. So, Merlin Naika, this leaves you to come and speak to us as the SABC Group Executive for Video Entertainment.
See the first episode and see the reactions. I can't wait for it to go live and see South Africa's reactions. I should just say there's a reason that, you know, I'm an executive. I don't sit in front of the camera. So, not much to say, but I think exciting times for the SABC, exciting times for S3 specifically, as we, you know, take you on this journey with us to open up. Besides S3's journey, the SABC as a whole, video entertainment, is changing its business model to bring more local content to our screens. We produce roughly 65% of our total content budget is local content. That's well over 1 billion rand in a year that we spend on local content. Over 300 productions we are currently considering today for local content. And we want to bring more to the screens with DTT coming around. We're also looking to launch our OTT platform by the end of this year. And in that, in those services, hopefully to bring a lot more content from the different provinces in the different languages to South African screens. So I wish you well, and I hope you're gonna hashtag, as Lebo has asked us to hashtag. Let's get the word out there. Tell your friends about S3 and about season 3 of The Estate. Thank you very much.
Please use the opportunity to also get some interviews, ask some questions. Dom is not going to run anyway. So those of you who feel inspired to ask any more questions, particularly about the storylining, I mean, it's so amazing how many issues you touched on in one episode. Issues that are real to each and every one of us. So whether you're driving your amazing German car or not, we all know somebody who had to study via candlelight in their shack. We all know somebody that has the time to go and light a fire and protest because that's their livelihood, that's their life. We all know that person. And what we saw this evening, that is all of us. That is us as South Africans. And as Dom rightly said, we're not waiting for politicians to change the trajectory of our country. We are the active citizens that need to make that change. So let's start with the hashtag. Hashtag The Estate launch. Let's get everybody excited. 5 sleeps to go until season 3 premieres at 7 p.m. on Monday. Hashtag The Estate launch. A very big thank you to all of the stakeholders that made tonight possible. Thank you so much to my S3 family as well for having me to come and run this program this evening. It's always very exciting to do things and to sort of see how we are aligned with one another. And also to the production company, Clive Morris Productions, Viva, Viva, and Viva.